Hey family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to be sharing space with you all today. I hope that you guys are feeling well. And for those of you guys that are new here, my name is Cassandra. I am the witch, author, poet, and performer of Magic of Eden. Thank you for sharing space with me today. Thank you for coming by. And I hope that you find a home and a safe space here that I am doing my best to provide. Today we are going to be getting into some things. We are going to be getting into an immersive tarot reading. Thank you all so much for coming and stopping by. I hope that this reading serves you and that it helps you to navigate to your destination. I also hope that should you have no destination, that you enjoy the journey and that you take what resonates and that you leave what doesn't. And now I would like to start off with a quick prayer. Thank you so much, Divine, for your divine love and benevolent protection that you bestow upon us each and every day. Thank you so much for being in our lives and for always showing up when we need you most. Thank you for never leaving us or forsaking us and always being the star that lights the way for us to journey to our highest and our greatest good. Thank you so much for this moment in which we are spending with each other in order to dive deep into our reading. And I set the intention that you give any messages that my soul tribe needs to hear right now. I set the intention that you allow this space to be blessed, loved, and sacred so that we can all fellowship together and receive the highest quality of messages. Thank you so much for allowing me and choosing me to be the one that gives the messages to my soul tribe. I am honored, I am elated, and I am also very humble, and I am appreciative of this time that I am spending now. Ashe. I also want to invite in our ancestors. I want to invite in our guides. I want to invite in our spirit team. The first words that I'm hearing is, or the phrase that I'm hearing, what I'm hearing is, do not be afraid to start over. Do not be afraid to start over. Do not be afraid to start over. And it's so interesting that in the prayer, I believe there was the star was mentioned. It's so interesting that that was mentioned in that prayer. I feel immediately that, wow, do not be afraid to start over. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Wow, we cannot make this up. I feel like some of you guys were in spaces or are in spaces where you feel that you have no other choice but to keep moving, but to keep going. You have no choice but to be, I'm hearing the word submissive, but I also am hearing the word surrender as well. You may be in a space where there's so many things going on around you. There's so much, what I'm hearing is the word competition. You feel like there's so much competition or there's this need to compete. What I'm hearing is for resources. I'm also hearing to compete for love. I'm also hearing that there's some of you guys that are in spaces where you just feel like there's just so much going on around you and it's taking you out of your element and it's knocking you out of alignment. Some of you guys are in a space where you're trying your best to continue on with the process, but for whatever reason, where you're at right now just simply is not working. And the reason is because there's too much chaos, there's too much disorder, there are too many things going on in your life right now. What I'm hearing right now is I'm hearing like a baby screaming and hollering, and for whatever reason, this baby is in a state of discomfort because of it's trying to get used to the experiences and it's trying to get used to being stimulated by the things that are going on in the outside of the world. But the mother is also in a state, what I'm hearing, of shock, of grief. I'm hearing regrets. I'm hearing so many different things where this mother is feeling so stressed out because of all the constant crying. What this is, this may be literal for you. And if it's not, this is symbolic for so many things around you that you're trying to nurture, or there may be this one thing that you're trying to nurture and it's not working because it's not receptive to what you're trying to provide or what you're trying to give. And the reason is because it has to go through its own process. And Spirit is saying that although you do feel stressed out right now, the best thing that you can can do for yourself and that thing and or that person this is representative of is to pull back and allow the thing or the person's space enough to grow and allow it to go through its own process. Allow them to go through their own process, because truly it's not anything that you're doing wrong. It has everything to do with the fact that this thing or this person has to figure it out, in a sense. Now, when we're talking about babies, for example, they cannot help it. They're not conscious yet, but they are sentient, right? And when I say they're not conscious, meaning that they're not aware of themselves yet. They know that they feel and they know that they can sense things, but it's or they have a really hard time getting acquainted with the many things that they feel. Now, this person may be very sensitive to other energies, and for whatever reason, I'm being brought to baby energy. And it's so interesting because you're now in a space in your life where, if you listen to the last reading, some of you guys are in this new space where you're learning how to nurture, you're learning how to take care of something or someone, and this is a very vital part in your life. Also, I want to say that if you guys hear anything in the background, I do have my ice machine going because I love ice, and it's been really hot here in Virginia. So yeah, here in Virginia, it's hot. So I've been, making a lot of ice. Anyways, so basically, yes, I really do feel like there are so many things that are happening for you right now. I feel like there's a lot of things going on, and you feel like you're in a space where you have, it's almost kind of like you're at the mercy of something. Some of you guys feel like you're at the mercy of something because you're having a really hard time handling what is in front of you. You're having a really hard time handling the things that are going on in your reality right now. And there's so many different things that are happening in your life right now that are shifting, and spirit is, I don't know what I'm hearing is like the word tally mark. It's almost kind of like something, or it's almost kind of like you're keeping tabs on the things that are happening for some of you guys. And for others of you, it's almost kind of like spirit is keeping this notepad of things that you're going through, so that everything that you go through is being recorded. And the reason is because for every setback that you've had, for every ounce of misery that you felt, you are going to gain something from that is equivalent and or greater than that thing. Does that make sense? So I feel like that's the energy that's coming through with the cards here. I 100% will say that with the cards that are coming out, and it's so funny because before I even kind of get there, I want to state that I had a really hard time choosing whatever deck that I was going to use. This happens normally when my soul tribe feels like they're confused on what to do. There's a sense of confusion because you are sitting dead smack in the middle of chaos. It's like looking around confused. It's almost kind of like you may feel like you're in a space of, I don't know which direction to take because of everything that's going on right now. I can't focus. And it's almost kind of like some of you are crying out for help right now. I can feel that some of you guys are crying out for help right now because you're trying to do the best you can to get everything together. You're trying to do the best that you can to make a way out of no way. And what I'm hearing Spirit say right now, and I'm getting chills as I'm saying this, is that you are in the prime moment of your life right now where you are learning how to make the impossible possible. And it's bringing me to this anime series called, I think it's called Black Clover, where one of the brothers, I forgot exactly what his name was. I cannot remember that kid's name, but he was a brother who, he did not have an ounce of magic in his bones. Like, he did not have an ounce of magic in his blood. And he always had to work harder than everybody else. He had to work 10 times, 100 times as hard as everybody else in order to prove something. And people took him for a joke. People didn't take him seriously. And for whatever reason, he made a way out of no way. Now, in the series, I don't want to give away too much of it if you haven't seen it. In the series, there were other, kids or whoever else, teenagers, adults, whatever, who did have magic. And everyone at that town in that space had magic. And when it was time for them to start working their magic, they were all gifted this type of grimoire. Mind you, he did not have an ounce of magic, so he wasn't given a grimoire, but it wasn't until he showed up and he made the impossible possible, he was granted this grimoire. Now, I can't remember if it was like the Devil's Grimoire or something like that, but it looked very different than other people's grimoires. It wasn't the type of grimoire that you would see that was, popular, right? And his brother had a different type of grimoire as well. I think his brother had like the 4-leaf clover grimoire or something like that, or I can't remember exactly. Don't quote me on it, but just watch the anime series. The point is that He made the impossible possible by constantly showing up and doing things that other people could not do. And he was unmatched in ways where people who worked their magic couldn't even top, because of his dedication, because of his discipline, because of his need to constantly show up and be consistent with proving his point. But the thing is that he never let go, and he never lost sight of who he was, and he never lost sight of love. Spirit is saying right now that even though you're in a space in your life right now where you may feel like you're losing it, you may feel like there's so many things happening, you're losing yourself, you're losing a grip, you're losing so many different parts of yourself, know that right now you are headed right into the hands of a breakthrough. A breakthrough right now is coming for you. You are in a space right now in your life, and I'm getting so many chills saying this right now, and I want to reach to this camera and hug you so tightly, because I know that you're going through something right now, and I can feel it. You are going through something so heavy, and Spirit is saying that you are in a space right now where you do not have to be afraid to start over. Allow yourself to start over. And even if you feel like you're in a space where you don't want to start over, guess what? You are starting from wisdom. You are starting with this sense of humility and this sense of trust in the universe and your guides and yourself, to such a degree to where nothing will ever be able to impede on your growth and on your journey. Because no matter what, you are always plentiful. No matter what, you will always get to that space of fulfillment, love. You will always be in a space where you are going to reap the best of anything that you could ever ask for. You are going to reach that. The only thing is that you have to be willing to allow yourself to jump and to take that, what Spirit is saying, a risk, but you have to do it with full faith and credit, and know that you will prevail. You are in a space right now where there are people here who will support you. Open up and speak up about the things that you need help with. Open up if you need this emotional support, if you want connection, if you need someone to be here for you, to listen to you, to be there with you, to listen to you cry, to listen to you speak. There is someone or people out there right now who are waiting on you to just say the word, because you've been through so much right now. And although you may not be able to see anything but the darkness, understand that there is so much light that can't be detected in the darkness. The reason why you are in the space of the void right now is because you are meant, or you are being called to float and to sit and just float into the void, to be carried into this new nebula, this galaxy in which all of your wishes will be granted. You will see everything right before your eyes. Just wait on it. You are almost there. Everything that you've set your intention on is going to come to fruition. Know that it is happening for you right now. Before anything can ever materialize, it has to be seen in the mental realm first. And when you see it in the mental realm, baby, it's already been done. You just need it to slow its vibration down so that you can see it here on earth. That's the reason why it's taking too long. It's not the fact that it's taking too long. It has everything to do with the fact that it needs to catch up with you, because you're so high vibrational. Your life needs to catch up with you because of how much you're vibing. That's the reason why it feels like it's taking too long. Also, there's no need to compare. You're not a bad mother. You're not a bad father. You're not a shitty person. You're not a bad person. What you are is someone who's learning life, and it feels like you're learning life all over again, and it's okay. Some of you guys feel like it's your first day on earth, and you're looking around saying, what the hell am I supposed to do right now? I don't know what to do. What do I do? I just heard Spirit say, take a leap of faith. Trust in yourself. Make the decision to allow yourself to transform, because right now you're in a space where you are transforming with perfect love and perfect trust. That is what's going on in your reality right now. I can feel it. You may not see it and you may not know it right now, but you will. Mark my words. You will. It is being done right now. I'm hearing Spirit say for you to get out of this space where you're at, where there's chaos, and again, go to a quiet place. In the last reading, there was an emphasis on a quiet place. The reason why that's leading into this reading right now is because you have to go to this quiet place in order for yourself to sit, focus, and really focus your attention on your intentions. That is the reason why Spirit is saying that you need to go into a quiet place, because it's at, what I'm hearing is the word crossroads. For some of you guys, you're being called to go to a crossroads and to lay your burdens at the crossroads. There's something about you going to this crossroads, and it's something about you taking a coconut and taking some type of like copper or change. And there's something about you taking something to the crossroads. And the crossroads is so symbolic because It is the center point in which the physical realm meets spiritual realm. And it's at that space where you allow yourself to lay your burdens at that space. That is a miracle place. That is a place of miracles. When you feel lost and you feel like you're losing direction, go to the crossroads, because that is exactly where you'll find direction again. I just heard Spirit say that you're about to make a way out of no way. I'm hearing Spirit say to make a way out of no way. A way is being made for you now. You just can't see it. The reason why all of these different things are going on for you right now is because you're supposed to be minding your business while Spirit is doing the working for you. You've already done some type of working. And if you've done some working, if you've been doing like your hoodoo, if you've been working your magic or anything like that, Spirit is letting you know right now that all you have to do is sit and wait. Sit and wait. Now, with this Page of Pentacles and this Page of Wands right now, this feels like you're in a space where you're returning to whatever it is that made you passionate. You're taking the leap. You have the idea. You have the fire. With this Page of Pentacles here and with this Page of Wands, this is really bringing me to a space where you feel the fire, and now it's time to start the planning. What are you passionate about? What is going to make you the happiest? What is going to bring you the most fulfillment? And what do you want to experience and align with that thing? And also remember that this is a space where you are meant to show up in your full potential and your power right now, because you standing in your power is what's going to help you reach the breakthrough. Now we have the Star card here, the Five of Wands, we have the Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Nine of Cups, the Emperor, we have the Two of Cups, the Magician, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun in reverse, the Lovers, and the Death card. I feel that there is a major turnaround getting ready to happen. Some of you guys have been experiencing a major setback in finances. Some of you guys are used to having money, and you're feeling what it's like to not have as much of it now physically, and you're in a space where you are being called to reevaluate and revamp some things. And that's the reason why things are happening for you now. There's so many things that happened in your past that are no longer working and no longer serving you, and that's right now you're in a space where you're learning how, and you're learning what works. And this is the reason why you feel like you're starting over, because you have to revamp. It's time for you to do things differently. So in a way, you're starting new, you're starting fresh. The Fool card is not here and the World card is not here, but I do feel the energy. And this, what Spirit is saying, was long awaited. With this Ten of Pentacles here, it almost kind of feels like you guys are afraid of like not being stable. We have the Three of Pentacles here, and we also have the Eight of Pentacles. You don't have to work by yourself. You don't have to do this alone. You're not doing this alone. If you were to be vocal and speak up about the things that you need from the people that you know that you can trust, then rest assured you will be helped. Some of you guys have a very bad habit of going to people that you know damn well ain't gonna help you. Why you keep doing that to yourself? And I mean that with the utmost respect. Because all you're doing when you do that is you're going to someone that you know isn't going to help you, because you want that person to show up and help you, and baby, they ain't going to do it. That's just the harsh truth. And I don't mean that to be mean. I don't mean that to be a butthole, or I don't mean that to be harsh. I mean that because it's the truth. These people are not going to help you. And it's just the truth of the matter. Queen of Swords right now, they are not going to help you. Reach out to the people that you know have no problem with helping you. Reach out to the people that you know are going to show up for you. You have the Strength card here. Didn't I say that the World card? Wow, look at what card popped out. Like, I am not messing around. Look what card popped out. The World card. It popped up in reverse. However, that is so damn divine. That is so divine. Justice card. The reason why there's some things that are resurfacing for you right now, for some of you guys, things are resurfacing, things are happening again, and it's hard for you to move forward. And the reason is because there's something that hasn't been put to rest yet. There's something that is being revealed right now, and it needs to be put to rest. There is some type of, like, what I'm hearing is like karmic endeavor, or like karmic lesson, or something karmic, or like a karmic situation that you were meant to learn that hasn't been fully learned yet. And that's the reason why you're having a hard time moving forward for some of you guys in other cases. And this right here, I feel like, is when you decide to pull back and when you decide to really sit with what this thing is and really observe and allow yourself to detach enough, then you'll be able to learn the lesson, and this is what's going to help you move forward. I feel that this is a level up, and this time in your life right now where you feel that things are falling apart, where you feel that you're losing your grip, all of this is so that you can return back to your power. You have to return to the core. It's in the core. What I'm hearing Spirit say is that it's in the guts. It's in the core. It's in your heart space. It's in the heart. And when you return to the heart, when you return to the core, that is when you reach the breakthrough. You have to return to, I just heard to go back to what you know. Go back to what you know. Go back to where you know your heart is. Go back to the heart space. That's where you'll find the answer. And that's how you'll reach the breakthrough. You guys are going through a really hard lesson right now, and it feels just so daunting. But please know that you're supported throughout this process. I'm here to support you in the best way that I possibly can. And I love you. I do. Genuinely. I love you so much to where I was going to give up on YouTube, and I ain't did it. I haven't done it. I haven't given up on YouTube, not because I want fame, fortune, or whatever. I haven't given up because I feel like if I give up on YouTube, then I'm selling you guys short, if I'm going to be honest. Wow. Watch and wait. We said that. We said that. Watch and wait. Here you go. Watch and wait. Watch and wait. With that seahorse spirit, oh man. Watch and wait. I'm going to read out of the book for those. I want to really see what the book says with those. Okay. All right. Nothing is wasted. A rebirth is assured. Oh my goodness. And this is bringing me to the death card. This is bringing me to the death card. 100%. I love that for you guys. A rebirth is assured. And then Bieber spirit, lay a solid foundation. This moment in your life right now, your foundations are 100% being tested, and everything that you use to build this foundation is being torn apart because the foundation wasn't as strong. And with you going throughout this process with your foundation breaking and falling apart, you are here to learn, to observe, and to see what works and to see what didn't work, so that you can lay a stronger foundation for you and your loved ones to thrive. That is what's happening right now. So we're talking about habits, we're talking about thoughts, we're talking about actions, we're talking about anything and everything that you use to lay this foundation that is not working. Because if you built a house on a terrible foundation, then that house will come crumbling down, falling apart, and it won't be able to sustain. What you're looking for is something that's not only going to sustain you, but it's going to be permanent, it's going to be perpetual, and it's going to last for generations to come. This is you building your legacy. This is you tapping into your power in order to lay a stronger foundation in which will last for years and years and years and eons to come. It will outlive your body. This is what we're looking at here. It will outlive your body. And the only way to do that is to allow yourself to break free from things that you were once used to doing. You have to switch it up a little bit. Switch up your routine. Switch up what you used to, switch up your eating habits. Switch up the things that you are eating. For some of you guys, what I'm hearing, I'm seeing a beet, and I'm seeing someone use that to make for juicing. Like you want to switch up your diet a little bit. For some of you guys, I'm hearing to cleanse the blood. You want to drink things like burdock root, eat beets, and things of that nature to help with the blood. There's something about blood flow, and I'm hearing something about headaches and like blood flow and blood flowing to the head. I just heard the word blood pressure. Make sure you watch how much salt you're eating, you guys. Watch the salt. Watch your salt intake. For some of you guys, it's the lack. You need a little bit more salt. For others of you, it's too much salt. I just heard the word hypertension. It's too much of something. And the body needs to go back to a space where it can recalibrate and where it can go back to equilibrium. For some of you guys, it's hyper. For some of you guys, it's under, it's below, it's hypo. So I really want you guys to, I just heard the word anemic. Yes, there's something going on with the blood, and then there's too much of something. I want you guys, please, if you can, to get checked out. And if you don't want to go get checked out by a doctor, you guys don't have to go to like a Western doctor. You guys can go to a holistic doctor. I would recommend that. If you want to, I recommend you do whatever you want to do, right? But for those of you who don't have any guidance, who don't know what to do, I would recommend you go to a nutritionist that is that has your highest and your greatest good, and that supports your, your diet and whatnot. And I also recommend you going to a holistic doctor, and also you can be your own doctor. Fasting is one thing that I'm learning and I'm getting a lot more into. Fasting, watching what you eat, eating a lot more fruits, veggies, and things that you want to eat to help your body recalibrate, and also drinking your teas and things like that, drinking your water, eating your fruit that have a lot of nutrients in it if you can. I know that some of us, have, or some of you guys have no choice, or some of us have no choice but to go to like grocery stores and stuff like that for like your fruit, because you're in the process of building, and that's okay. Just do the best that you can to shop, organic when you can, and just do what you can with what you have right now. And that's another message. Work with what you have. It's okay for you to work with what you have. There's nothing wrong with that. And don't let anyone shame you into believing that because you're not all the way self-sustainable on your own land does not mean you're doing a terrible job. If you are listening to people over Instagram letting you know that you're doing something wrong because you don't have land, because you don't have this, unplug from that. They're not speaking from a space of understanding or understanding. They're speaking from a space of privilege is what it kind of sounds like, because they're privileged enough to be able to say that, but also they may be speaking from a space of, what is the opposite of humility? They're probably speaking from a space where they're bragging, or they're speaking from a space of pride, or they're speaking from a space where they're being boastful. You don't need that kind of energy in your life. You don't need that kind of energy at all. And it's funny because it's bringing me back to this 5 of wands here, where it's like, this is not the type of people that you want around you. These are people who will use their success to make you feel as though what you're doing is wrong. You want to unplug from that. That is not the kind of energy spirit wants around you. And by spirit and by the divine, I mean you, your highest self. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and I want to see what's up with this seahorse, though. Goodness, what the world? Okay, so what's so funny, you guys, is the fact that, like, I put this deck in this box here, and it was so weird because I was, like, all looking for seahorse, and I'm like, wait, why don't I see seahorse in here? And then I look, I'm like, oh my goodness, I put it in the wrong box. That is hilarious. When I tell you guys that mom brain is a thing and you just think you're doing something right and you ain't. So this is a message. What did we learn? Don't judge yourself for making mistakes. Just find the problem, fix it, and you're good. Find the problem, fix it, and you're fine. Because I sure was confused. I was like, what? Okay, so here we go. This is the correct book that we're going to be using. And while we're at it, I'm also going to be using this deck as well, the Sacred Forest deck. We're also going to be using that because why not? And I think that this worked out perfectly because I feel like this is a deck that Spirit wanted me to use. So we're going to go ahead and continue. Sorry for that mishap there, you guys. Thank you for your patience. I really do appreciate the fact that you guys are hanging in there with me because your girl was confused and I was like, what in the poltergeist is going on here? All right, let's go ahead and continue. All right, so we have seahorse. Okay, 53. All right, that's more like it. Okay, seahorse spirit. Oracle message. Hovering gracefully, the seahorse observes with the perspective of one who was not engulfed by the drama, remaining at a distance from all the turbulence. Seahorse spirit appears at this time to remind you of the need to be neutral and gain perspective. Your message from seahorse spirit is, not my circus, not my monkeys. Spirit wants you to know that even if you are tempted to jump into the fray and to try to fix things, the best way to serve yourself and others right now is to remain calm and simply watch and see. Watch and wait. Watch and wait. Another message here is that whatever your query, seahorse spirit asks you to step back from it, be willing to explore things from different angles rather than a single one, and just observe what is possible. From the perspective of the position of the neutral observer, you will discover a myriad of opportunities and a deeper understanding of what you seek and why, and you will know beauty, truth, love, and wisdom. I love the fact of this because this is basically calling you into going into observer mode, which is bringing me back to the magician. The magician 100% is an observer, and the magician is an observer of the universe as a whole, and it pulls exactly what it needs in order to create and construct and co-create the life that it wants. So this is requiring you to sit back and watch to see what is unfolding, to see why things unfolded this way, and to also see what you are doing differently so that you can work your magic accordingly. I love that message about the seahorse. Now we have 63, which is the vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. You know, what's so interesting about this is the fact that this is bringing me to a space of you utilizing all of your resources. And remember when we mentioned use and work with what you have and use what you have, that is exactly the vibe that I'm getting with this vulture spirit, because even though vultures will eat on carcasses and things of that nature, it will not let that thing go to waste, because even though there's some things where we may not seem as valuable and we may want to throw it away, this is you. I'm hearing the word glamour magic. It's you being able to find the beauty and the value in anything and making it work for you. And that is a true meaning of tapping into your power and your will to make a way out of no way. And I 100% love that, because when you are making the impossible possible, you are using what can be discarded, and you are using what people may believe not be of worthiness to you, or may not be of worth, and you're taking that and you're transmuting it into something that you can use for fuel, that you can use for energy to get you to where you need to go, because nothing is wasted. It's like when you have, like back in the day, our ancestors, how they would kill an animal, right? But every single last part of that animal will get used. And the reason is because that life force was sacred, and it provided something for the tribe. It provided something for the family, and everything was used because nothing was meant to go to waste, because it was an honor, it was a privilege, and it was given and bestowed by the universe or by God or whoever to give to you so that you can help yourself sustain. And it was much respected. And it's all about respecting what you have and knowing that as you level up, things become higher quality the more you level up. Think of it that way. Okay. Now it says here, nothing is wasted. Oracle message. What seems hideous has its own beauty. Wow. Okay. Glamour magic. I love it. Okay. What seems hideous has its own beauty, and the recycling and repurposing the vulture does is as important as any other activity in nature that supports the cycle of life. Vulture spirit's message is that nothing is to be wasted, for nature sees value in everything that exists. What seems rotten and ugly has a potential to be transmuted into something beneficial, and you are reminded that any suffering you have experienced has not gone to waste. Wisdom and understanding that arose from the experience are talismans that will serve you on your journey wherever you go. What is decaying is only changing form and will fertilize seeds that you wish to plant, turning that which has passed away into the substance that will support new growth. All that you might wish to deny or discard has value and can be repurposed and reintegrated into the new you that you are becoming and the new life that you are dreaming into being. No pain was in vain, and no experience was wasted, for you have the power to use it to co-create something far better. This is the miracle in your partnership with spirit. Love this. And the reason why I love this so much is because you are learning how to bet on yourself, and you are learning that no energy and nothing that you went through was ever in vain. Everything that you ever went through was purposeful, and you can use that as you progress into this new you. See, you are creating this new world, and you are using everything that you have went through as fuel. Your suffering was a gateway to your healing, and I love this for you. Your suffering was a fuel you needed to say, I will never go back to this space. Here's what I am changing, and here's what I'm going to do better, and I'm going to get there, and I am there already. I'm just simply waiting for my reality to reflect that. And this is what I absolutely love, because what you're in right now is a space where you are transforming. You are almost there, my love. Like, you are almost there. You are almost there. And it's so funny because I'm being brought to say you no longer need to work hard. You need to just simply work smarter. You work smarter by allowing yourself to be lifted. You work smarter by allowing yourself to use your pain and your suffering as fuel to transmute yourself into something beautiful. Mark my words. For those of you who have been in spaces where you were seen as ugly, where you were seen as physically unattractive, where you were seen as spiritually or emotionally or mentally unattractive, guess what? Those very same people who had these opinions of you are going to just marvel at your feet because of how amazing and how beautiful you are. Because they did not see the beauty in you, because they felt like you were a waste, because they felt some kind of way about how you carried yourself. But guess what? Now they're going to wish that they never thought that about you. Some people may even become jealous. That's not your problem. That's not your fault. You don't have anything to do with that. Shine and be you, because a rebirth is assured. All right. And I'm not even going to get into the bat spirit or the beaver spirit, because need we say more? No. Because we said what we said and we all right. Because we said what we said and we're okay. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and pull from Sacred Forest. All right. Okay. Transmutation. I'm not here to play with nobody. Transmutation. Oh, this reading is lit. This reading is so lit. Oh, this reading is so lit. Oh, this reading is lit. I'm not here to play. We did not come here to play, honey. We came here to slay and be slain. All right. Let's see. Spirit, you are always just speaking. You are always just speaking. And we love you and we appreciate you. And I just feel like it's so amazing and beautiful that we are in this space together right now. Trust is here. Protection is here. And one more card, Spirit, or however many cards you feel we need. Magic and growth. All right. So we have transmutation. We have the Phoenix here, which I love. This is bringing me to the death card. We have Eagle Spirit, which is freedom. And we have here Crystal Cave, trust. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This trust is bringing me to the star card. We have Guardians of the Land, which is protection. Protection. And then we have Toadstools. We have growth. And then our last card here, we have Moonlight Enchantment, which is magic. You guys are in a prime space where your magic, you are going to start working your magic. For some of you guys, go back to your spell casting. For some of you guys, you're in a space where you have to trust in the magic that you have created by far. Trust in your rituals, trust in your workings, trust and know that what is happening in your life is going to make a huge turnaround. You are going to be like, what the hell happened? I did not see this coming. Prepare to be astounded. Prepare to be surprised. Prepare to be amazed at what is about to happen in your life right now. Prepared, and trust and know that you are protected along the way, and that this space right now where you feel restricted, the devil card ain't here, but I feel the energy. Trust and know that the space right now where you feel restricted is exactly, you need to be in this space so that you can know what it's like to be truly free. You are knowing what it's like to be truly free. And I love that for you. And as I say that, the Ace of Pentacles wants to come out. I love this. Like, the Ace of Pentacles decided to come out. And I am just so here for you guys. I'm here for you guys in the best way, because with everything that's happening right now, we all know that the repeated message would be, oh, this is for your growth. This is for your highest and your greatest good. Trust the process, yada, yada, yada. It's one thing to trust the process, and I think that's cute and that's great. But one thing that I want to say is that you have to bet on yourself throughout the process. Trust yourself throughout the process, because you are what's making a way out of no way. Because you are the one that is making the impossible possible. You are doing the workings in order to allow these miracles to manifest, because it is you at the end of the day. Yes, you will have help. Yes, your spirit team is here to help you. Yes, your guardian angels are here to help you. Yes, your archangels are here to help you. And above all, your ancestors are here to help you. For those of you, what I'm hearing right now is that those of you who had them racist as ancestors, you may want to pull back from it and not work with them. If there's anybody who is white or is considered Caucasian listening to this message right now, I'm going to let you know right now that when it comes to spirituality and when it comes to giving a message, I am not going to sugarcoat it. If you have any racist ancestors, stop working with them. If you really want to truly elevate, you may not want to work with those ancestors. And I'm saying what I'm saying for a reason, because some of you guys are working with these ancestors and you're wondering why you feel limited. You're wondering why you feel restricted. You're wondering why your spirit feels tainted. Look at who you're working with. There is a message in here for somebody. Spirit is saying that y'all are working with the wrong people. Well, y'all are working with the wrong spirits. That's the reason why. Because some of you guys have such energy that is so different and opposite to the ones you're working with. And you may not even knew that Grandma Susan might have been racist in her life. She might have been. She probably hid it from you. You don't know that. You want to be very careful as to who you work with. You want to be very careful. And I'm hearing the word enslavement. Some of these ancestors, you may be someone whose ancestors were enslaved, and you may be someone whose ancestors were slave owners. Either way it goes, if your ancestors were slave owners, you want to walk the other way. Those are not ones that you want to work with if you are truly wanting to grow. Because if you are open and embracing these different types of people and these different types of spirits into your life that may go against what they believed in, more than likely if you are working with those ancestors, then that can be very prohibiting. Because more than likely, they're not going to like the energy that you have in your life. And if you're wondering why you keep losing good people who may not be like them, then that's the answer to your question. Well, because look at the ancestors you're working with. I know that I'm not one to bring race into anything usually, and I'm also one who is going to give you exactly what is on my mind, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm feeling spiritually, and this is what I'm feeling, and this is what I feel like I need to say. In order for you guys to break free, for some of you guys, you're going to have to switch up the people you're working with. You're going to have to switch up the energies you are working with and that you're allowing into your space. You are going to have to switch it up. It doesn't mean that you don't have to love them. You can love them all you want to. But I love people that are in my life right now, and I will not ever work with them. Hell will freeze over. And even if hell did freeze over, that's a miracle that I would just have to marvel at, because I still will not work with those people. Ever. Not in spirit and not on this planet. I will not do it. No. Nope. Wouldn't do it. So basically, and that's, your... That's family cast coming out right now. But I'm being so serious. So honestly, when we really think about it, why would we ever want these type of energies into our space? When we're open to love and light, then we got to be open to love and light, right? A part of love and light is understanding that you do not have to let these dense energies into your space solely because of the fact that they were family. No. But that's another conversation for another time. Whoever needed to hear that, you need to hear it. There you go. Okay, so basically, I do feel... right now that you are definitely again in a space where you are transmuting everything that you have ever gone through into something that is amazing. Right now you are in a space where you are practicing alchemy. This is an amazing form of alchemy for you right now. I want you to study alchemy right now. I want you to study the different phases, the different things or the different phases you go through in alchemy. And yes, I really want you guys to study that, because that's what's happening right now. And when you study alchemy, you'll be able to piece together how it plays into your life. And I'm thinking about doing a video on that. Let me know if you want to hear that down in the comment section. I would love to do a video like that. But only if you guys don't want to hear it. So let me know down in the comments, okay? Remember that you are protected along your journey, and remember right now that this is all leading you to freedom, and that you can trust that you are growing. All the seeds that you've ever planted, are going to start flowering now. Sometimes it takes years to get something to grow or to learn to grow something, because you have to study the environment, study the thing for what it is, study its nature, study its, its DNA and things like that. Right now, you are in a space where you're taking your studies, your life lessons, and you're allowing yourself to move from a space of wisdom. Watch, wait, trust, do. Start now. Okay? Also, whatever choices that you're making, make sure they reflect what you want to receive in your life, no matter what. You guys are falling into alignment. All the things in your life that you felt were breaking apart from you, the reason is because they had to detach from you so that you can then become not only balanced, but so that you can also become in alignment with those things that are meant to be in your life that are better suited for you. Yes, you guys are magnetizing. Your divine feminine energy is showing up for you right now. Your divine feminine energy wants to come out. Allow it to come out. Allow yourself to be nurtured. Allow yourself to be carried, and know that you are going through a deeply transformative time in your life. And I love that for you. I love that for you. Deep Scorpio vibes. Scorpio vibes. Scorpio vibes for real. Embrace love, embrace joy, embrace happiness. Not everything has to be a bad time. All right? If you guys need anything from me, you guys can visit me online at CassandraTurner.com. I have oils, I got bath salts, I got herbal blends, I got candles. I'm gonna also start making some potions. Like, yeah, we gonna get into some things, okay? We are going to get into some things, all right? And if you guys would love to, you guys can also tag along this journey with me over at Magic of Eden. And I really do hope to see you guys there. And please also send this video to people that you believe would need it, because I really do want to start making YouTube and content creation a part of my career. And I'm going to start being more consistent. I know that I've said that in the past, and I'm sorry, life is so crazy, but I'm in a space where I am doing the best that I can to be committed. So yes, please go ahead and send this video to who you think would need it, and also give it a thumbs up. Also, please, if you will, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section, because when you engage, YouTube sees that, and then YouTube pushes it into the algorithm. So thank you all for coming, and I will see you guys in my next video.